I was still with the Lord on top of the hill of the world. We stood in the altitude looking down to the earth. There was total darkness. It was then I began to see huge holes. What I saw looked like many craters all over the globe. They were actually funnels. These funnels were hovering high above the earth and were constantly moving in great speed and vibrating with a sinister sound. I kept watching these funnels that were turning around above the world with lugubre sound. The Lord said to me, "What you see there are entrances to hell. These are the 12 gateways leading to the abode of the dead. They are the 12 entries of hell. When people die on the earth, they are either drawn to the 12 gates of heaven or the 12 openings of the earth, leading them to the 12 gates of hell." The Lord said, "We will cross one of these passages to enter inside." To this effect, fear seized me. I say, "No, Lord, I will say to the world that hell exists, the powers of darkness are real, let's turn around." "No, my son," Jesus replied to me, "you had better come with me. This is the specific mission for which you have been prepared." I kept watching these funnels that were circling the earth and becoming one huge funnel. The moment the 12 funnels form one huge funnel, I heard inside it a voice that spoke out and said, "Delivery." The monstrous voice said 3 times, "Delivery." When the voice said delivery, I saw 2 enormous hands of a principality above the earth. As soon as this loud blaring voice began to request delivery, this principality started gathering countless deceased souls that have died on the earth. Brother, I saw countless human souls like the sand of the earth falling into this huge funnel. This principality was pouring them like sand in the funnel. I said to the Lord Jesus, "Master, are you seeing this funnel that is turning around, and this huge hand that is precipitating countless of people in the funnel?" The Lord said, "Aston, what you are witnessing is the entry of hell through which we will enter in order to visit hell." I said, "Lord, what about these huge hands that are dropping countless of souls in the funnel?" The Lord said, "The people that are falling in the funnel are the deads. These huge hands that you see belong to the principality of death. This angel of death is gathering deceased souls from the 4 corners of the earth and he is pouring them in the mouth of the earth, which is this turning funnel, since the kingdom of hell is demanding delivery of more souls. The angel of death is delivering souls of men who have died on the earth to the mouth of hell. Even if the earth was dark, I saw the hand pouring countless souls of men inside this funnel that was the mouth of hell." Isaiah 5 verse 14. Therefore hell enlarges its throat and opens wide its enormous jaws, and down go Zion's nobles and masses, her revelers and carousers. So mankind will be brought low, and each man humbled. The arrogant will lower their eyes. The abode of the dead want to swallow more souls than those who are going to the paradise. Souls are going to hell more than paradise. The abode of the dead is constantly demanding more delivery of souls of men. I heard these souls mourning, "Oh God, we are lost." These people knew that they were doomed. Then I saw these funnels scattering above the land to become 12. They were vibrating and making strange sound. Then they merged to become one, and a voice said 3 times, "Delivery, delivery." Immediately I saw the huge hand with countless souls pouring them inside the mouth of hell. I was terrorized. The Lord said, "These are the entries of hell. We are going there so that you may see the fate of those who refuse to walk in my way." When 300,000 souls go to the abode of the dead, 3 souls go to heaven. More are perishing than be saved. I said, "Lord, I don't want to go down there." The Lord said, "It is in your interest to see these things. The world must know about it." It is then that we went down in the mouth of hell. It was like a round tunnel. In this place there was nauseating and repulsive smell of 1,000,000 corpses. It was unbearable. I could not breathe because of the smell. I never smelled its stench in the world. I said, "Lord, I don't want to continue." Then I saw on the wall of the entrance of hell various species of unclean spirits that were chained and bound. These evil spirits were millions. They were uttering scream, roars and were whistling continually. They were bound in chains and were shaking these chains. They were mocking us with infernal laugh and they tried to touch us as we passed, but in vain. They looked like monkeys, bears, lions. Some of them were hybrid humans, humanoids, beasts, and reptiles that do not exist on the earth. I said, "Lord, who are these beasts in chains?" The Lord said, These are wicked spirits in the service of Satan. They wait for the order of the devil. They are demons that destroy families of the earth. As soon as the devil gives them a mission, the mouth of hell will vomit them on the earth. And while we were descending into hell, it was horrifying, because darkness was everywhere. A deep darkness that we couldn't even see each other. Only the light emanating from Jesus Christ allowed me to see. He said to me, "Aston, you see these creatures, they are demons that are prepared to go and destroy the earth. They are loose only when Satan gives order. They sow terror on the earth." These creatures looked like animals, others had the human form in the nose and ears sharp. Still others had shapes that I did not understand. They gave off a disgusting smell. They hissed and laughed at us and wanted to capture us but couldn't. The place was very dirty. Looking at these creatures, we have come to the end of the tunnel. The Lord said, "You have to see these things. You will visit the 351 prison of hell. Those who fail to walk in my way will end up in this place." We kept descending in the tunnel of thick darkness. I said, "I am seeing things that I never saw since I was born." I was in great terror. Then we reached the end of the tunnel. Then we found ourselves in front of a large sandy expanse. The land was as if painted in red. I have never seen a place like this since I was born on earth. I could not understand this place and I wonder, where are we? You cannot imagine the darkness. Then I began to see like mountain shape. The ground was like volcanic soil heated in great temperature, and impure insects and beasts of all kinds filled this land. The Lord told me, "The red color that you see is not the color of the ground. It is because of fire in this place that the sand has become rough, for beneath the ground, millions are burning in great fire, and it is the fire that has turned the soil red." The Lord said to me, "Turn to the other side and look." When I turned round, I saw a multitude of souls in a queue, men, women and children, young and old, coming from four corners of the earth. They were silent but were often vociferating and reacted like they were bitten by something, because of the heat of the soil they were standing on. Impure insect under the ground bit them. In their bodies were crawling worms. They were all standing in a long queue, as if they were expecting a sentence. We were in the center of the earth. I saw thousands and countless of souls in a queue before a gate, upon which it was written, "The Gate of Hell." The Lord said, "We must move forward so that you can see how they verify the names of the dead before casting them in the fire." We were moving forward, but the queue was of millions souls. I saw that the leg of these people in the queue were burned and their body seems like rotting. Worms were crawling in their bodies. I saw that in the air they were demons flying over. They were saying to these lost souls, "Rejoice, for this is your kingdom for eternity. You who chose evil, rejoice, for you will be here for eternity to eternity." I was watching the queue. Then I saw a demon that was holding a chain, that was heated in high temperature. It was really red. This demon that had 4 hands and the face of a dog was hitting the souls that were like tired and moving off the line because of the red sand that was hurting them. And whenever he beat people with this chain, they were rolling on the body and cutting their bodies. But I noticed that instead of blood, huge worms were falling out from their body. Whoever tried to remove one worms, it was multiplying to 700. The Lord said, "These people come from the world and has committed all kind of sin. They are waiting to be called and be cast in the fire of hell." These people that you see rotting their bodies are the reflection of their life in the world, but there is fundamental separation, for these people cannot come out of this doom and return to the world. Their rotting body is the body of sin. When you live and sin, you are building a bodies of sin. I was scared to see a human being in this strange bodies. If your effort is to be beautiful and you want to expose in TikTok, unless you repent, this body will be the subject of torment. The Lord said, "Those who walk in my way are preparing themselves for a glorified body of light." The Lord then took me to the beginning of this queue. I heard these people saying, "This place does not exist. How have we landed here?" The Lord said, "There is an existence that I made that is not in the world of men. The people of the world who had rejected me will face another existence after death. Those who are profiting in the pleasure of the world, behaving as if the earth is the end of all things, they will come here." As we continued to move, I noticed that these people in the queue had like CD on their hand. They did not even know why. The Lord said the CD on their hand is the testament of existence. Before coming to the world, people are first spiritual being, Then I saw the gate of hell where the queue started, and I saw a man sitting on a throne. He was dressed in grey garment that was burned and glued to his body. He was approximately 18 meters tall, and before him was a table that was endless. There were books above his table. One of them was the Book of the Dead. I can afford to say that this table was as long as our borough. Beside this man was a huge plasma TV, where he was projecting on this screen the lives of many people. This demon was many meters long. He was guarding the gate and directing souls to the reception of hell. He was seated before the gates of hell. On his forehead it written Michael. The Lord said this demon is Michael. He was in heaven before Lucifer rebellion. In heaven he was in charge of sewing garment of angels, but he joined Lucifer rebellion and they were cast out. His punishment was to sit here in order to check the names of the deads. He does verification of names. The first person in the queue was a 10-year-old kid. Michael called his name and read his sin in the book. He told him, according to the verdict and condemnation of the Almighty, you are guilty and condemned for seeing the nudity of your parent. The boy was protesting. He said, it's false, I have not seen the nudity of my parent. The fallen angel Michael pointed his finger to the CD held by the boy. As a result, the CD left the boy's hand and ended up in Michael's hand. He introduced the CD in the plasma TV beside him. The images of the boy's life was projected on the screens. Brethren, even if you act in secret thinking that no one can see you, you will give an account before God. When the screen was broadcasting the life of the boy, I saw that he was watching TV at home in the living room. When the phone began to ring, he rose from his seat and took the phone in order to go and give to her mother. The mother was washing when the boy knocked the door of the bathroom. The mother opened the door just in order to get the phone, but when the boy was giving the phone to the mother, he slipped and fell under the door, and that opened it widely, and he saw her mother nudity. Michael stopped the video right there. The boy died of sickness not long after the incident. I saw the boy crying, "Mother, please come to take me." Michael said, when you die they could not stop you from dying and you think they can come here to save you. The Lord cried for this boy and I joined him crying. This level of judgment was unbearable. I said, Lord, this is just a boy, what does he know? The Lord said, when the child can distinguish good and evil, he is no longer innocent and his action will be judged. Many parents are exposing their nudity to the children.